Hey everyone, I am on the roof of the office on the square in Lawrenceville, and got a real special video today. I just climbed the ladder to the roof and we're looking at the progress of all of the steel that happened today. And what's going to be great about this project is we're going to have a second floor, and what you see in front of you, the stairs are actually covered with this silver metal in the center, and so you will come up these stairs onto an open veranda, and you can see the frame here, the second story space. We'll have over here on the right a pinup studio, and over on the left is a conference room. There'll be a little deck out the back here that will come onto to another smaller deck that leads to a stair right where the ladder is, where I just came up. Something to point out real quickly is that this fireplace, this is just great that we had an old fireplace. It's interesting, this building has never had heat or air conditioning in it. It was built in 1914, and after 100 years it'll finally have heat and air when we're done. But I've got an old wood burning stove, and I plan to get this chimney working, and on some of these cold winter days we're going to burn some wood inside the office for heat and that great smell. But yeah, so here's the structure, and let's kind of see what these guys got finished with today. We have a open veranda in the front, so you come up the stairs right here, and you're going to have this this space that'll be open to the square. And one of the reasons we've just been so blessed with finding a space on the old square, but what's fantastic about this location is the view. Imagine we've just come up the stairs, and then here is the view of the Lawrenceville Square. There's the old courthouse in front of you. It was built at some point, I believe, in the 1880s. You can see the Christmas tree and the sun setting behind the Baptist church. Dominic's is over, the two-story gray building. Gwinnett Citizens right there on the corner, and this is Local Republic. Perry Street is a street that's right in front of us. You can see Universal Joint, it's over there, and Corner Stop Cafe. The city does a great job of different events throughout the year, and they will actually close Perry Street. They just closed it last week for the lighting of the Christmas tree, and it's just a lot of fun to walk on the closed street. And the idea when we were designing the space is, wow, how great would it be to be on the roof and be able to overlook all that activity happening below. So that's why we created this roof veranda here, and I think we're going to just really enjoy it on some of those nice fall and spring days. All right, so let's see what they did today. They added these stub beams today, and this angle is actually bolted to the front brick wall. Now this brick wall was not from 1914. This is actually a renovation that was done, I would guess, in the 1950s, because it's the harder fired brick. But what we did is we wanted to attach to this brick wall to just stabilize everything with these old buildings. This brick is sitting right on top of an old beam, and we actually shored the beam up from below, but there is nothing holding this brick from just falling straight forward. So what we wanted to do was reach out and grab that and make sure that this brick wall is going to be here for a long time. And what you do is you just drill into the brick wall, and you use some epoxy and just squirt that epoxy right in the bolts, and as it goes in, and it's an unbelievably strong connection. So this will be here for a long time. Something to take note of is we had to pull back some of the old roofing in order to get these beams in. And you can see right here some of the old pine ceiling boards that are visible from below. These boards are three quarters to an inch thick, and they're all over 12 inches wide. They're just beautiful. And they've survived. They've been here for a long time, and they may even be 100 years old. But you can see here where there were 4 layers of roof, and what they did, instead of removing an old layer of roof before they re-roofed it, they just re-roofed it, and kept going. And that is the reason that all the wood is sagging below, is all this additional weight. It's starting to get kind of dark here, but maybe we can see. Looks like they worked on the beam over here against the old brick wall. We're going to tie to this wall as well, just to kind of pull everything together, this second story structure. So you can see this beam, it'll have some little tabs. Here's one, they got one of the little tabs sitting on top. This tab will be welded and it'll have a bolt through it that'll be epoxy set into the old brick wall as well. And dealing with these old buildings are interesting. You can see how my neighbor's roof is higher here, but then it's lower down on the other side of this beam. The goal this week is to get the metal deck up here, and hopefully then in the next few weeks we're gonna get a crane out and put the columns and the beams up for the higher roof as well. But if we can get the metal deck on this week, get a roofer out here and kind of get everything watertight, we can work inside if there's ever any rain. But it's sort of neat how this beam rises up. So this will be the finished floor level. You're going to walk on top of this, and that's that'll be the second floor. We're actually in the conference room right now. You can see here's where they remove some of the roofing. There'll be a tab that'll go in right there. We'll bolt right into that brick wall. That's supposed to distribute some of the lateral loads, just to kind of tie everything together. I will say if there is an earthquake in Lawrenceville, the safest place to be is on the second story here, and everything should crumble below us. But just have had a great time designing the steel and putting the steel together, and thinking about the experience of what it's going to be like to be in this space and be inside and be outside. We have glass walls on both sides. You'll be able to see right through the upstairs from front to back, and that's continuing that thought that we have below of this being an alleyway. We continued the thought of the alleyway on the second floor, with the glass passing right through, and we have a movable wall right here in the front. It's called a nano wall. It's a glass wall, so you'll actually be able to open up this whole front, and it'll be open to the deck. And then we designed it with some windows in the back, so you can open the windows in the back, and we should get a funnel effect with a change in pressure from up here to the courtyard, where it should draw natural ventilation down through the space. But yeah, so that's it. This is where we are with construction this week. There's been a lot of progress. You guys stay tuned for some more videos. I'll continue to take videos of where we are and what we're doing, and talk a little bit about the theory. I hope that's interesting to everyone. You can see the setting sun over here. This is west. Sort of interesting before we go. They oriented the square so that the front of the courthouse faces south, which the sun comes through the southern hemisphere, so the front of the courthouse is always in the sun throughout the course of the year. It's just sort of interesting, some of the green sustainable features that we're doing now, people were doing a long time ago. But here you can see the square. The Christmas tree is really starting to come alive as the light goes down. But here's Perry Street. There's a little bit of a rush hour right now taking place. They did convert this within the last year and a half or so to two-way, so that's been interesting. All right, well, if you guys like the video, hit the like button, and we'd appreciate any subscriptions to the channel. And if you got any recommendations of things you want to see, just go ahead and post it there, and we'll take some videos of that. But I appreciate you watching. Take care.